Chef Alan Suss's great restaurant in suburban Miami, has more awards than you can shake a stick at. It was voted the top food award in the 1999 Gourmet Magazine Reader's Favorite Restaurant poll. He's written a cookbook specializing in citrus, which he taps with this first course, tuna and blood orange sauce.
We're going to do a very interesting dish together here, and it's all about citrus to an extent. And I think what I do this for is to portray how citrus is available throughout the world, as well how different cultures use citrus. This dish is actually going to be a sesame seed and mustard seed together, crusted tuna with a blood orange sauce. So it comes together with a lot of different citrus. I want to talk about citrus for a moment to begin with. Though this dish has blood oranges in it, and blood oranges, it's actually three types of oranges out there, a blood orange, a sweet orange, as well as a sour orange. Okay, several different types. But there's lots of other types of citrus, whether it's grapefruits or tangerines, there's a clementine, and limes, different like a key lime, which is a very thin-skinned, sweet, intense lime, or the regular Persian lime that is used very often. This dish actually calls for the blood orange, and this blood orange is unique because what happens is it gives a wonderful red rouge sort of blush to it. And as you can see here, wonderful blood orange juice squeezed already.
The coating for the tuna includes lemon zest.
Take some mustard seed and some sesame seed. Okay, and mix that all together. Okay, and this is going to be the base that we're going to put our tuna fish into. It's going to take a nice piece of tuna. Okay, and also you want to make sure you don't cut it too thin, because cutting a thin piece of tuna sometimes it cooks too fast. And what you want to do with tuna is to get a wonderful texture to it. So I'm going to just trim this a little bit around over here. I'll save that for a little sushi later. And so I'm going to take the tuna and just dip it right in there. Okay, you can see on all sides, on all parts, we're going to crust it, the lemon zest, the mustard seed, and the sesame. At the same time, I'm going to take a little black pepper on it. Again, some more texture. And some salt, fresh ground salt. I use sea salt on this as well, which is nice. It's got a nice texture and flavor. Okay, this we're just going to set aside for a moment or two, because what we're going to need to do is make a sauce for this. And this is going to be the blood orange sauce. Blood orange sauce is a very simple combination of flavors with this. And it's sort of a takeoff on a beurre blanc. A beurre blanc is usually it's a French sauce, a combination of shallots, white wine, reduced down, and then with butter whipped into it. With this, instead of using white wine, I'm going to use the blood oranges. So I'm going to take into the pan the blood orange juice. Okay, and put that onto the fire there to reduce. Into that, I am going to add some shallots, because shallots are a great flavor. If you want to use onion, you could, but to me, the preference is shallots. Shallots is sort of like a sweet onion garlic cousin of the onion. Real nice flavor and gives a nice depth. To that as well, going to add some peppercorns, about 6 or 8 peppercorns, and a couple leaves of thyme. What we're going to do is take that and let that reduce for a few minutes, because with this then, I'm going to take some olive oil and coat this with olive oil. A couple of different ways of cooking tuna. You can take this and grill it, which would be wonderful, but I like to sear it. The idea of searing the tuna is, with this type of preparation, is instead of putting the oil into the pan, put the oil on the actual tuna, and then everything sort of adheres to it and sticks to the tuna and gives you a nice crusting. get that nice piece of tuna in there. Okay, and just drizzle a little bit on top of that, just as it's getting seared in there. Okay, real hot. You want to get the crust. The idea with tuna is to get a nice crusting on it, not only from the sesame seeds and the mustard seeds, but also we want to get it from the actual tuna itself. So caramelizing the tuna is the objective of what we're doing here. Okay, it takes about not more than a minute, probably somewhere between 30 seconds and 45 seconds. And you're going to take that and turn that over. Again, searing the other side. Okay, it's seared on both sides. You can see it almost sandwiching in the red of the tuna. What we're going to do is just take this and let it rest for a moment right there as we come over and finish the sauce. Going to whisk in a little bit of butter. Okay, and we sort of move it to off the side, off the center of the flame, just a little bit. So we don't want to melt the butter. We want it to go through and emulsify the sauce nicely. So just adding in the butter, whisking it constantly so it doesn't separate. We want that nice emulsification, which means just so it becomes a smooth sauce. That's what the idea of emulsifying a sauce is.
After the butter is emulsified, the sauce is strained.
So for this dish, what we do is bring it together.
The plate includes watercress salad dressed with soy and sesame oil.
Bring the watercress in the center of the plate. And cut it on a little bit of a bias here. Like that, and you can see still a real rich redness that we've got in the tuna, which is what we want. Blood orange sauce all around the plate. Sweet tart butter sauce. And then the tuna we place up on the watercress. Real simply like that. Okay, real simple, easy dish to do at home if you'd like, but we do it here at Chef Allen's, which is great. We love it, the combination of the different citruses that come together, the lemon and the blood orange, along with the beautiful tuna.